In I'm a Single Mother and I Don't Know Who the Father Is, explore Lily's emotional roller coaster as a new mother. Struggling with the joys and challenges of single parenthood, she grapples with the looming question of her baby's paternity. As she juggles motherhood and work, will Lily find the courage to seek the truth? Chapter 2. I'm a Single Mother and I Don't Know Who the Father Is.
You know how they say life never gives you more than you can handle? I used to believe that, but here I am, rocking my 6-month-old baby, Sam, in the dead of night, thinking maybe, just maybe, life overestimates me sometimes. Sam's adorable, with these big, curious eyes that seem to soak in every little detail of the world around him. He's got this tuft of hair that sticks up no matter how much I try to tame it, and when he giggles, it's like the sun breaking through the clouds on a dreary day. He's my miracle, my little bundle of joy and chaos. But as much as I love him, I can't help but feel like I'm drowning sometimes. Single motherhood wasn't exactly on my life's to-do list. I mean, I always thought I'd have kids, but I pictured a partner by my side, you know? Someone to share the sleepless nights and the endless diapers, the first steps and the first words. Instead, it's just me, trying to juggle work and baby and a million other things, running on coffee and sheer willpower. And then there's the question that haunts me. Who is Sam's father? Is it James, my best friend who's always been just a friend, until maybe he wasn't? Or Alex, the man who walked into that party and turned my world upside down? I haven't seen Alex since that night. He's like a ghost, a memory that lingers in the back of my mind, a what-if that never had the chance to become something more. James, on the other hand, is still very much present. He's been amazing, honestly. He's there whenever I need him, dropping by with groceries or just to hold Sam so I can have a moment to myself. He never talks about that night, about what might have happened between us. It's this unspoken thing, hanging in the air like a cloud ready to burst. Sometimes when I watch him with Sam, I see a tenderness in his eyes that makes my heart do this funny little skip. And I can't help but wonder, what if? What if James is the father? What if he wants more than just friendship? But then the fear creeps in. Fear of ruining what we have, fear of the truth and all its messy consequences. My mum says I should get a paternity test, settle the matter once and for all. But it's not that simple. Knowing the truth means facing it, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that. What if it changes everything? What if it changes nothing? I remember when I was pregnant, feeling Sam kick for the first time, like a tiny flutter in my belly. It was magical, this little life growing inside me. But it was also terrifying. Because with every kick, with every day that passed, I knew I was getting closer to a future I couldn't predict. A future where I'd be responsible for this tiny, perfect human being. And now he's here, in my arms, his little chest rising and falling with each breath. He depends on me for everything, and that's both beautiful and overwhelming. I want to give him the world, but some days I feel like I'm struggling just to stay afloat. The worst part is the loneliness. It creeps up on you, you know? In the quiet moments, when Sam's finally asleep and the house is just silent. That's when the doubts come, the what-ifs and the should-haves. That's when I miss having someone to share it all with, someone to lean on when it all gets too heavy. I keep telling myself I'm strong enough to do this on my own, that I don't need anyone. But some nights, when the darkness feels too heavy, I can't help but wish for a hand to hold, a voice to tell me it's going to be okay. So here I am, a single mother with a heart full of love and a head full of questions. I look down at Sam, his little fingers curled around mine, and I know I'd do it all over again for him. But I also know that sooner or later, I'm going to have to face the truth about his father, and that's a storm I'm not sure I'm ready for. To be continued.